You had to lower your vibration just to get here. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Just to get here. Okay? So, that's a cosmic thing. If you don't have neuromelanin and carbon, that means you're not a dark matter energy being. Now, what's dark matter energy? This is the 9 ether. Okay, so when we say 9 ether, now we're talking genetics. Okay, so this is what makes us 9 ether beings. All this stardust, all this neuromelanin, all this carbon that's descended from the astral planes. This is energy. So this is a powerful thing, Negro. You see what I'm saying? This is powerful. Why do you think when they used to kill certain versions of us, let's use Nat Turner, they would skin, they would fillet us. They would fillet us. Keep your body parts, keep your genitals, keep your heart, keep this, keep the ether. But why don't human beings have that? Why is it that when black people and Latino people get in the sun, we charge up? That's genetics, okay? So these genetics is DEA. DEA. When you go past neuromelanin and you talk about dark matter energy was formed in 9 ethers. So when you're dealing with the 9, these are the most powerful beings in the cosmos. Any beings that's in the 9 ethers or the 9th universe, right? These are the most powerful beings throughout the entire multiverse. Like, that's a fact, right? Because of how powerful the celestial rays are around that had to gather together to create this dark matter energy. Okay? Remember, this dark matter energy is a combination of divine feminine energy mixed with divine masculine energy in its essence. That's what dark.
Now that we are awakening, let's go ahead and watch this clip from The Lion King. But before we do, let's talk about it so that you can look at it from the correct lens. Mufasa is God. Simba is God's son. Scar is Satan. Satan, aka Scar, took God's spot, which is Mufasa, and then God's son, which is Simba, ran away. He runs away because he's lost and in fear. And then he runs into Rafiki. Rafiki tells him, your father isn't dead, he's alive. He's using present tense because he's telling Simba, like, you confused. Even though you feel like your father has transcended this realm and you feel like he's dead, that is when we really become alive. So then Simba looks into the water and sees his reflection. Then he looks away and then he looks again and sees his father's reflection. His father, who is Mufasa. Mufasa, who is God. God is within him. Mufasa told Simba, you have forgotten me because you have forgotten who you are. If you've forgotten who you are, you've forgotten me because I am God and so are you. Remember who you are. Now let's watch the clip and look at it from that perspective and see how powerful it is.
You stop following me? Who are you?
The question is, who are you?
I thought I knew. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, I know who you are. Shh, come here. It's a secret.
Enough already. What is that supposed to mean anyway?
It means you're a baboon. And I'm not.
I think you're a little confused.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's confused. You don't even know who you are.
Oh, and I suppose you know.
Sure do. You're Mufasa's boy. Bye.
Hey, wait! You knew my father?
Correction. I know your father.
I hate to tell you this, but he died a long time ago.
Nope. Wrong again. He's alive. And I'll show him to you. You follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. Come on. Don't go up. Hurry up.
Oh, wait.
Come on. Come on.
Would you slow down?
lives in you. Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
No, please, don't leave me. Father, don't leave me.
So you see, as he was running through the jungle, it was loud. It was a lot of noise. And when Rafiki stopped him, it became silent. He told him to shh. That's telling you to go within. You have to have silence to do so, though. That's meditation. Then when Mufasa is talking to Simba and telling him, remember who you are my son. Just look at the scenery. He's sitting and the sun is sitting behind his head and the rays are beaming. It's letting you know God is the sun. You have God within you. You are God's son. And I don't mean S-O-N, I mean S-U-N. Come from darkness, but we have the light within us. Let your light shine. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching. Now that we are awakened,
When they launched this fake alien,
What if we die? Nigga, y'all already dead. That's how y'all sound today. I mean, we might as well burn this bitch to the ground, nigga, so our kids ain't gotta go through this shit. But what if we die? Nigga, you already dead, nigga. You ain't free. You pay for everything. You don't even know who you is. You been dead, nigga. Already dead, nigga. You ain't alive. You ain't living. How you living? You don't even know who you is. Or why you came, or where you came from. You a fucking slave. You get the fuck up every day and you go work all fucking day for them. And then come home and get a few hours of rest and then go do it all over again, nigga. All for your whole fucking life until you fucking die, nigga. But what if we die?
first you got to know that you're on Atlantis. So that's what we're talking about. And you're on planet Kai. Where is our planet located? We are located in the 9th universe. We are the last planet that was created in this 9th universe. This is where you are right now. Know where you are so you can know where you're going. All right? Now that you know you're on planet Kai located in the 9th universe, now it's time to break down these other realms that exist within your planet and that you knew nothing about. So we'll start with the first one. The first realm is Asgard, or home of the Aesir, or the Asgardians. That's one realm. All right? The second realm is Alpha. Just like you Alpha and Delta or Alpha Draconians, it's a realm here called Alpha. And that realm is home of the light elves, not dark elves. The dark elves are not to be confused with the light elves. Let me tell you why. The dark elves come from Nirn, and they are not actually dark. They are actually, they dress in dark pigmented suits, and they tall, lanky, pale white. All right? And they are workers of Satan. They are the ones that created the Sub-Zero technology. They are the ones that created winter. I'm not talking about the dark elves. They do not live on a realm here. They live on planet Nirn. And they go back and forth through portals and time contraptions like CERN. This is why your government has like programs called CERN, C-E-R-N, which opens up wormholes back to planet Nirn. Okay? Stay with me here. The third realm is Assyria. Just like Assyrian or Assyrians, yes, it's a realm here called Assyria. Oh, let me tell you about the light elves. My bad, I almost went past the light elves. So the light elves are the opposite. The light elves are black like us, full of carbon. But they are called light elves because they do a lot of light work. All right? They work with a lot of the elemental beings that are on the planet. So this is why they are called light elves. All right? Not because they are strictly light, because they are jet fucking black. They showed you the light elves in the Smurfs. What you think the Smurfs was about? The light elves. All right? The Smurfs was all about the light elves. The way they carry themselves, the frequency, they very high vibration, always in good spirits. Powerful beings though. You know, think of Yoda. They like the Yodas. They know a lot of things about this planet that even some of us could never know because that was their role. But these are the light elves, okay? They live on a realm called Alpha, okay? Now the third realm on here is Assyria, okay? Not to be confused with Assyrians because they stole that from us. It's a realm here called Assyria. And this is where all the guardians of the Titans stay. So remember, you have 72 Titans within you. You have another Titan that's stuck here named Ocean. You have another Titan named Atlas who is stuck in lower dimensions. All right? This is what they was talking about in Greek mythology. Okay? But on the realm of Assyria, these are the guardians of the Titans. So when I say guardians, the Titans, when they were here, they made a lot of different beings. Think of pets. They made a lot of different pets to help protect them. And they showed you this in King Kong vs. Godzilla. So on the realm of Assyria, which is also a realm here, all right, you got Godzilla beings that live on that realm. Godzilla is real. He's a guardian of the Titans. He lives on the realm of Assyria. And it's not just one Godzilla, it's a lot of them. It's a whole species. Think of King Kong. It's a whole species of them. Gigantus. Why do you think when you go watch King Kong vs. Godzilla, go watch it? They give you the whole scientific breakdown at the beginning. Pay attention. These beings exist. You also have the Kraken. All right, you would have to go back to certain mythology to know about the Kraken, but they talk about that in the Bible too. This huge being that's so big with all these tentacles that comes up out of the ocean, called the Kraken. It's so many of them though. And in the movie Godzilla, remember, he was fighting all of them. They was coming out of different places in what they was calling the inner earth. Yep, and in Clash of the Titans, what Hades say? Release the Kraken! These beings exist. They are on a different realm within the planet. Okay? So you have Godzilla type beings, the Kraken type beings, King Kong type beings. Even these when you go watch when you go watch the Science Channel, you go watch, they talk about these giant boa constrictors called Titanus boa. Basically, the realm of Assyria is filled with these huge, powerful beings, and they were like the pets or the guardians of the Titans. No different than, although you are a god, you would still get a Rottweiler as a pet. You would still get a pit bull, right? People still do that. So that's what the realm of Assyria is composed of. All right? Now, the fourth realm, this realm is literally called Snow White. Now, that might sound crazy to you. You might even start laughing. Snow White? I ain't got to be making shit up. No, it's just that the truth is being revealed to you, and you're finding out that a lot of the names that was placed in front of you are actually true. It's not made up. So, the fourth realm is Snow White. This is the land of the dwarves. So, the whole story of Snow White and the 7 dwarves is about that realm. And they only put 7 dwarves due to the fact that you have 7 etheric bodies. Okay? You have 7 etheric bodies. And your 6th etheric body, because your first etheric body connects you here to the physical. But your 6th one connects you directly to that realm. Alright? So you have this realm, which is called Snow White, which would be the name to use it far as when you're using an English terminology. Because remember, all these realms have different spiritual names, man. Alright? But this realm of Snow White, which is the land of the dwarves, exists. And the beings there exist in a cartoon format. Yes. So the whole cartoon format you see when you watch Snow White, or you watch The Simpsons, or you watch Peter Parker in the Grip, that is an actual realm. So why do you think in movies like, what was that movie called that came out like in the early 90s? The movie with Jessica Rabbit in it. Oh, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Those who are 30 and over know about Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But if you are under 30, you need to go watch it. Notice in that movie, you're going to see them go, they are supposed to be humans in the real world, but you're going to see the real world merge with the cartoon world. Why do you think the detective was fucking on Jessica Rabbit? He was in love with her. They were trying to make you aware of the realm of Snow White. It's a cartoonish realm. These our oppressors don't create shit. Remember that. So when you're seeing cartoons, when you're seeing this, you're seeing that. All of this should exist in different formats or some form of way. But I'm trying to give you an idea for how the realm look. If you was to walk it, same thing they showed you in Alice in Wonderland. All right, that's what Alice in Wonderland was about. Her ass was in a regular world, and then she went into Wonderland, and she was in like a cartoon world. Okay, Wizard of Oz was about that. They didn't show her in a cartoon world, but they still showed her go from a reality world to a different type of realm. Okay, Space Jam. Yes, Space Jam. They show you this shit because they have always had to show you the truth. They don't have to tell you it's the truth. All they have to do is simply place it in front of you. But this is the realm of Snow White. So you have it's the land of the dwarfs, but then you have all type of other beings that live there, and they're in cartoon formation. All right. So this is the fourth realm. The fifth realm is Atlantis. That's us. So we in the middle. So the four realms I just listed are above us. Okay. All right. Asgard, the realm of Snow White, the realm of the Alpha realm, and the realm of the Assyria realm. All right. Now below us, you got four more realms. So the first realm below us is Vegeta. Just like Vegeta off Dragon Ball Z. All right, you have a realm called Vegeta, and this is the land of plasma energy. You have plasma energy beings that are strictly made out of lightning bolts and electricity and lightning rods. This is why when you watch lightning come, where does lightning come from? All I gotta get you to see, if I could just get you to see that nigga, them mountains is tree stumps. If you can really see that, the veil is broken, bro. Because from that point, you see everything. You see everything.
Evidence of branches and leaves laying next to a huge stump. In fact, one of the leaves measured taller than the Empire State Building. I want to take you to the location now, and here we go. And the area that we are looking at is north central Madagascar, right in this area here. There are more than one example of what look like to me ancient tree stumps with quite possibly large branches and large leaves in some cases laying next to some of these very huge structures. This is one that I showed you guys yesterday. Measure this thing and you can look at the side view even on Google Earth here. We'll go side to side. There's the stump. 4,000 foot on this side over here. Go across. A little taller on this side at about 4,150 feet. It's over 8 miles wide. We look at the miles, 8.45 miles. We could set the entire city of Nashville and all of its suburbs right there quite comfortably. If you go to the left, which would be about the 10, 11 o'clock position, all over in this area, you'll find what look like leaves and branches all over the ground. Here's an example of one here. There's many, many, many examples. This one here we're going to measure real quick. And I'll show you just to kind of put things in perspective how long that thing is compared to something that's very tall. So we'll measure from top to bottom. And we'll go in feet, 1,596 feet. That one branch is taller than the Empire State Building we showed in a video earlier, right there. I think it's the same exact branch that's on the ground, taller than the Empire State Building. And there's others. There's many others. So if you look around, you'll also find many more examples of these leaves, like right here, big, huge branches.
But when you really get to looking at the mountain, you be like, oh shit, that shit do look like a tree that got cut down. And then you start scanning back, looking at the whole mountain range, you be like, oh fuck, that's the tree they cut right there. That's disguised as mountains. Boy, that shit stand out clear as day when you know that's a tree you looking at. And then think about how tall the tree was. You're like, oh shit, hold on now. I'm looking for evidence about all this shit Rashad Jamal be talking about how we fell in frequency and this was our planet and we was giants and we was blue, red, and green and you did blah, 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 bleed. Look at this big ass tree. This was a tree right here. And it's gone. First off, why they cut it? What the fuck they cut it with? And what they do with the rest of the tree? That's where your mind gonna go. And then when you start looking at how spaced out they are from each other, and if they was that big, you can see the forest. Because see, if you look at it as a mountain, you'll see one mountain range right here. And then way in the backdrop, you'll see another mountain range. But let's look deeper. Imagine that mountain range you're looking at was a big ass tree. So if it was a big ass tree, once the branches gonna cover out far as fuck. A tall ass tree, them branches gonna go damn near to a whole other state, nigga. Right? So now that would make sense why the mountain ranges be so spaced out from each other. But if you think about how big the tree was, they really not that far from each other. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about like, damn, okay, how tall was this tree? And that, even though that mountain range is 20 miles away, if this tree was that fucking tall and the branches went that far out, it wouldn't have been that far away from that mountain range that seems 20 miles away. Oh, so now I can see the forest. Now I can see the forest. This is the forest. Look at that mountain range. Look at that mountain range. Look how far that one is from that one. Look how far that one is from that one. Then you see, nigga, you go state to state. You go state to state. You're like, oh shit, I see it now. I see it. Now that you know why, now you can see why we told you. We said, hey, it was so many trees on your planet at one time, and the trees were so big that nigga, literally, you could walk up a tree and walk from California to Canada. Now I want you to think about that. The trees were so big that a squirrel or you, because the trees were still bigger than us. We was big as fuck though, but the trees were still bigger than us. You or a squirrel, nigga, could walk up that tree and walk just on the branches from California to Canada and never hit the ground. So that means you can walk on the branches from California and be in Canada without ever having to come down that tree. That's how big these trees were. And you can see that clear as day if you could just understand that those are tree stumps, not mountains. It's easy to see. All I gotta get you.
Thank y'all for watching Spiritual Crazy Funny Reactions. I appreciate the views and the subs, y'all. Thank y'all.